Hi guys, and welcome to another one of my unboxing videos. And today we will be unboxing this. This is the Samsung Galaxy J5 Prime. So I bought this off of Vodacom's website in South Africa, and it's on contract, so I believe I pay 199 Rand a month. I don't know what's the equivalent of that in dollar or pound, but to me it's pretty cheap. So I have taken the advantage of unboxing the device before making this video, so I just tried to put everything back as it was when I got it. So when opening the box, you can see that this is neatly packed. On the top you get the device, which is in the black color. We'll get to that later. Within this, you peel this back and you get its warranty cards and the instruction manuals and stuff like that, but you don't use that normally. Under that is the charging brick, the standard South African charging brick, with a normal micro USB cable. Don't know if you can see that properly. Yeah, that's normal micro USB. And the scrappy earphones that they send with their cheap knockoff devices. So we're just going to set that aside and talk about the device. Oh, and in one of these slots you get the SIM tool, which I have already taken out. As you can see, there it is. So on the side of the Samsung Galaxy J5 you get the slots for the extra SIM cards and the memory card. So this device is not compatible with dual SIM, but there is space made for the SIM card. Unfortunately, it's not going to be working because you are going to struggle to get the SIM card in there. So after detaching the SIM and micro SD cards, the slots, you can already see that this one is blocked off, but this is for the SIM card and that's for the micro SD card. I also like the idea that they integrated the device's speaker on the side of the device, so when playing games and listening to music, sometimes with your device sideways in landscape mode, the speakers won't be muffled by your hand, and it's much more comfortable for the speaker to be placed in that position. Also, on the other side of the device, I have seen that the volume rockers have been located much higher up as normal, so just be informed by that. So sometimes when you want to hit the volume button, just slightly move your hand up a bit. The other problem that I have been experiencing with this device is it is quite slippery in the hand, so I suggest you get a better cover. I like the fact that Samsung had used their heads and implemented the 3.5mm headphone jack on the bottom of the device, because it's much better to listen to music through your earphones while the device is upside down in your pocket. So when you reach out for it and you turn it upright, you don't turn it to the wrong side. And also, I would have loved for this device to come out with USB Type-C, but unfortunately they implemented micro USB. So on the back of the device you get that awesome 13 megapixel rear camera with flash, and the top and bottom sides are made of plastic for the antenna bands, and this device is not actually a black color, it's more than a blue color to me, but still looks great. Looking at the device, it is of total brilliant build quality. I must warn you that this is a fingerprint magnet, as you can see on the device, just by touching it, and I did wipe it off before putting it back into the box, and it's full of fingerprints. When powering it on, you can see it is just like a normal Samsung would power on. Just bear in mind that this is the Vodacom one, so it would have the Vodacom animation instead of the Samsung boot logo. And also there you can see the glowing Samsung logo. So it takes a while to power on. I'm just going to hit that aside and talk about the basic functions of the phone. Now this is the 16GB model with the fingerprint scanner, the 13 megapixel at the back and the 5 megapixel at the front. The body is made of metal. This is a 4G LTE 1.4 GHz quad-core processor. It is a 5-inch HD TFT screen, and we already did that on that. And it also supports Samsung Knox. On the sides of the box, there's nothing on the bottom. It's the serial number and IMEI code. So when the device is powered on, you can see this is Samsung's, not the latest, but it is. I'm just going to turn down the brightness so you can see this properly. Yeah, the flash is quite interfering with this. So I hope you can see this better now. The glare on this device is actually pretty much bad, but the normal user interface, you get these apps and stuff. So I have taken the advantage to set up the device and also did a software update, and I believe the newest software on this device, it had, I believe, 6.0, and now it's running on 6.0.1, and that will be Marshmallow. So basic serial numbers and stuff of the device. Also, I've also taken the advantage of updating some apps such as the Samsung Music app. The interface has changed quite drastically. Also, I believe the Internet app, yeah, it's not been updated already, but it is scheduled for an update. Also, the S-Health app needs to be updated. And just by looking at this device, you can see the quality of the build is not entirely as good as the S7 and the S8, but just bear in mind that this is Samsung's low-cost device. So it comes standard pre-installed with the Google Apps package, and I believe you get the Microsoft Apps package as well, which includes Excel, PowerPoint, OneDrive, OneNote and Word. I have downloaded a few apps on the device. It hasn't used quite a lot of space, but it has used some of it. So I'm just going to set the device aside. There we go, that looks much better. So I'm just going to continue where we left off. As I said, this is a Vodacom device, so some of the Vodacom apps will be downloaded and pre-installed on the device. That takes a lot of space, so usually I just wipe them off of here. Also, I have downloaded some apps and that took some of the storage. There's some of my pictures and music on here, but still you can see there is 6.8 gigabytes free on the device. I've used 57% of the device's storage. Also here you can delete some unnecessary apps and also caches. This app is powered by Clean Masters app, and this device comes standard with 2 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of internal storage. So I'm just going to show you the Antutu benchmark score. I did manage to run an Antutu benchmark, and the score was not to my liking. A terrible 35,806. This is actually not what I expected from a device from Samsung, so I expected somewhat more and stuff. But I might add that the fingerprint sensor is actually of good quality. Just going to show you that now. I have to register my fingerprint. They glitched a bit. Apparently when running Antutu it glitches a bit. I'm doing a stress test. I'm just registering my fingerprint quickly. I want to keep this over and done with. It just warns you when your finger is not properly set on the fingerprint sensor. And also this is not like Apple's devices where you have to adjust your grip, that you have to do it all in one take, and success. So you just see hide content. Just going to turn it on, and there, see, that's pretty fast. Just touched it and it's on. I'm just going to turn the brightness down a bit so you can see better. Once again, touch and it's open. It's that easy and that quick. So when you swipe, it asks you for your pattern or pin that you selected, and also like the Apple devices, you can also just put your finger and it will unlock. Sometimes it will tell you no match, like when I do that it says no match, but when I put it correctly it matches. So guys, I'm just going to do a quick test on the camera app, and this is not a bad camera, but I think Samsung could have updated it quite drastically with the software. So I'm just going to take a quick few pictures and I will include it in the video. Guys, this is just a video of the Samsung Galaxy J5 Prime's video quality. As you can see, the blur and the frames per second is not that bad. The quality is actually quite good, and that is with the flash turned off. I'm just going to do another video with the flash turned on. Okay, so now the flash is turned on, and you can see the quality is actually quite good. The frames per second is also not affected by the flash turned on, but you can see much clearer. This is not that bad as I expected it to be, so let's just check the front facing camera. So this is the front facing camera of the Samsung Galaxy J5 in low light. I'm just going to turn on the light and let's just see what it's like when you use it in normal light. Okay guys, so this is the Samsung Galaxy J5 Prime's front facing camera test in normal light, and the frames per second is not that bad, but it's not as quick as I wish it to be. So you can see in normal light the quality is somewhat better because the camera doesn't have to focus that many times. If you set the camera to 13 megapixels, it is on 4128 by 3096. And I think that covers it on the Samsung Galaxy J5. So guys, as always, stay tuned for the next video. I will be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime soon. And also hit the like button below. Don't forget to leave comments, and for future videos, drop some of the comments and tell me what you'd like to see in future videos. And thank you very much for watching guys, and that will be all from my side.